Picture a massive VIP event on a starlit night at a coastal villa. CEOs mingle with celebrities, venture capitalists chat with aspiring founders, and a few well-known billionaires stand in small circles, quietly exchanging ideas. Despite the differences in their industries, technology, entertainment, finance, you notice one thing in common. They're all deeply connected. They greet each other warmly, trade updates about ongoing projects, and even discuss new deals in hushed tones. This isn't just a party, it's an intersection of networks, the kind that can change the direction of a company, spark a multi-million-dollar collaboration, or shift entire industries. If you've ever thought networking was just small talk and business card exchanges, think again. In the circles of the ultra-successful, networking is an art, one that involves mutual trust, shared value, and an uncanny ability to see synergy where others see random conversation. In today's script, we'll explore how billionaires build connections that truly matter, connections that propel their businesses forward, open unexpected opportunities, and create lifelong alliances. We'll discuss real stories, including those from famous business titans, uncover practical techniques, and highlight the latest tools you can use to achieve a similar effect in your own career or entrepreneurial journey. Let's begin by understanding why networks are so critical. Consider Bill Gates, who formed Microsoft in 1975 with Paul Allen. The company didn't explode in growth simply because Gates was a brilliant programmer. It expanded because Microsoft forged strategic partnerships with IBM, with other software developers, and later with hardware manufacturers who bundled Microsoft products. These relationships didn't materialize out of thin air. Gates and his team spent substantial time and effort cultivating them. Similarly, Oprah Winfrey, one of the world's most influential media moguls, leveraged her network in a different way. She regularly brought top experts, doctors, psychologists, authors, onto her show, collaborating with them in a manner that significantly expanded both their audiences and her own. Through these connections, Oprah built a platform that was more than just a talk show. It became a trusted source of knowledge and inspiration for millions of people. In both cases, the invisible handshake of networking acted like a force multiplier. Gates didn't stop at one major partnership. He created multiple alliances that pulled Microsoft's operating system into homes and offices worldwide. Oprah's circle of experts grew into a massive network that extended her brand far beyond television. Networking, at its most powerful, is about finding ways to add value to others while opening doors for yourself in return. When done correctly, each new relationship is a potential game changer, capable of bringing fresh ideas, resources, or even emotional support when the road gets tough. A significant hurdle many people face is reducing networking to simple transactions. Think about the typical business conference scenario. People swapping cards, making small talk, hoping to score a client. That's not how billionaires play the game. Warren Buffett exemplifies a relational approach. Known for his folksy wisdom, Buffett often says he invests in people just as much as he invests in businesses. He's been friends with Bill Gates since the 1990s, and their connection was initially fostered by genuine curiosity and mutual respect, rather than any direct ask. Buffett asked Gates about technology. Gates asked Buffett about investing. They established a rapport that eventually led to massive philanthropic collaborations, such as the Giving Pledge. 1. Seek mutual growth. When meeting someone new, ask yourself, how can we both benefit from our connection? This prevents the mindset of, what can I get from them, which often comes off as needy or insincere. 2. Be inquisitive. Ask questions about their passions, projects, and pain points. People love discussing their work when the interest is genuine. 3. Play the long game. Understand that trust builds over time. Don't expect immediate returns or big favors. Focus on establishing authenticity and let the relationship evolve naturally. When you approach networking as relationship building, you sow the seeds for long-term alliances rather than short-lived acquaintances. You might think billionaires only network with other billionaires, but that's not necessarily true. The real trick is focusing on alignment, values, interests, complementary skills, rather than just status. Let's look at a few examples. Elon Musk. While known for big ideas and bigger companies, Musk often engages with smaller tech communities and startups. In his early days, he built relationships with software engineers and rocket scientists who were not household names, but whose expertise would fuel SpaceX and Tesla's growth. Oprah Winfrey. She's famously interviewed world leaders and A-list celebrities, but she's also uplifted unknown authors through her book club, turning them into bestsellers. By recognizing potential and shared values, she cultivated a wide-ranging network that spanned media, academia, and charity. Someone doesn't have to be a CEO or a VC to have a major impact on your journey. A junior developer today could be the CTO of a tech unicorn tomorrow. A neighbor with a modest local business could introduce you to an entire community you never considered. Map your goals. Identify the industries, causes, or skill sets relevant to your aspirations. Look for value congruence. Seek people who share similar values, ethical standards, visions for the future, or creativity. Stay open to serendipity. Have lunch with the new hire at your company or chat with someone interesting at a local meetup. You never know where the next big idea or alliance might come from. This approach ensures your network isn't built solely on superficial, big-name chasing, but on genuine connections that could yield immeasurable benefits down the road. When billionaires walk into a room, they already carry a reputation. For the rest of us, we need to consciously craft our first impression. But that doesn't require an inflated ego or flashy presentation. In fact, humility, curiosity, and a genuine smile can be more powerful. Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, famously shares how she approached early networking opportunities. She started her company with $5,000 and no investor backing, so building relationships was crucial. Instead of bragging about her product right away, she showed earnest interest in store managers, corporate buyers, and employees, asking them what challenges they faced and how she might help solve those. This unassuming approach not only earned her fans, but also provided key insights that helped Spanx grow into a billion-dollar brand. 1. Personalization. In a digital context, when you message someone on LinkedIn, mention a specific detail about their recent project or an article they wrote. A general, "Hello, I'd love to connect," pales in comparison. 2. Offer value. First, could you introduce them to a potential collaborator? Share research they'd find interesting? Even a thoughtful book recommendation can make you stand out. 3. Tell a brief, engaging story. When someone asks, "So, what do you do?" avoid a dull job title. Instead, share a concise story that encapsulates what you're passionate about, especially if it ties into their interests. Making an impression is less about being flashy and more about being impactful in a short window of time. Show genuine interest, keep the conversation balanced, and you'll make a memorable connection. In 2013, business magnate Richard Branson was having breakfast at a small cafe in the British Virgin Islands. He struck up a casual conversation with a fellow entrepreneur who recognized him. The two exchanged laughs about island life. Over time, that moment turned into a series of meetups and eventually a business partnership supporting local tourism. Branson's approachable manner and willingness to engage beyond superficial talk created a gateway for collaboration. This example underscores a key point. The second conversation is often more important than the first. Here's how to move past the initial pleasantries into genuine connection. 1. Consistency. Send a quick follow-up email or message within a day or two of meeting someone. Reference something memorable from your chat. 2. Active listening. During subsequent interactions, reflect back on what they shared before. How's that new product launch going? Which shows you were genuinely paying attention. 3. Mutual projects. If possible, propose a small project or offer to help with one of their challenges. This creates shared experiences that strengthen the bond. 4th, social media subtlety. Follow their posts on LinkedIn or Twitter and occasionally comment with thoughtful insights. This keeps you on their radar in a natural way. A strong relationship isn't formed overnight. It's built like a bridge, one meeting or conversation at a time. Billionaires understand that a single coffee chat can evolve into a lucrative partnership years down the line if there's consistent, genuine follow-up. While face-to-face interactions remain potent, modern technology can accelerate relationship building in ways previous generations couldn't imagine. Here are some cutting-edge tools and platforms billionaires and you can leverage. LinkedIn Sales. Navigator allows you to do advanced searches for specific roles, industries, and companies, helping you identify the exact person you need to connect with. Clubhouse and Twitter Spaces. Audio-based platforms where experts and influencers host live discussions. It's a direct line to thought leaders you might otherwise never get to talk to. Slack communities. Beyond corporate Slack accounts, there are public Slack groups for everything from software development to podcasting. Participating in them can lead to meaningful introductions. Private mastermind groups. Platforms like Circle, Mighty Networks, or even Discord can host more curated communities or masterminds. Some of these are paid, but they offer direct access to mentors, peers, and potential collaborators in your niche. Virtual summits and webinars. As the world shifted more online, major conferences moved to virtual formats. Attending these summits, often with networking breakout rooms, can connect you with people globally without leaving your home. Billionaires may have the advantage of exclusive events and circles, but these online tools democratize access, letting you reach high-caliber individuals if you approach it with authenticity and discernment. Look at Mark Cuban, owner of the Dallas Mavericks and a shark on Shark Tank. He's worth billions. But what's interesting is how he interacts with entrepreneurs. He gives advice freely, invests in their companies, and often helps them make connections. Why? Because over time, being known as a connector and a giver pays massive dividends in reputation and deal flow. When you give, whether it's advice, resources, introductions, or even moral support, people remember. They become more inclined to help you when you eventually need it. For example, if you introduce a friend to a great job opportunity, he or she will be far more likely to introduce you to a valuable contact in return. This is the foundation of a reciprocal network. Share knowledge. If you stumble upon new industry research, pass it along to someone who might find it useful. Make meaningful introductions. Don't just say, "You should meet X." Provide context. I think you two could collaborate on your health tech projects because you share a passion for AI in healthcare. Volunteer your skills. If you have a specific skill, like graphic design, coding, or writing, offer small pro bono help for people you truly want to build with. By showcasing your willingness to help, you position yourself as a valuable partner or friend. This approach fosters long-term loyalty and transforms casual contacts into die-hard supporters. Not everyone is a natural extrovert, and even some of the world's richest people have grappled with shyness or anxiety in social settings. Bill Gates, for instance, has admitted that he used to feel uncomfortable in large gatherings, especially ones outside of his tech circle. Yet he learned how to navigate these events by focusing on shared intellectual curiosities rather than superficial small talk. Prepare conversation. Starters, research the event or the people attending. Jot down a few topics or questions that can spark in-depth discussions. Beyond, what do you do? Listen. First, introverts often excel at listening. Use this to your advantage by asking open-ended questions and letting the other person shine. Small group interactions. If large crowds overwhelm you, focus on meeting people in smaller breakout rooms or one-on-one settings. Use digital follow-ups. If you're more articulate in writing, connect via LinkedIn or email afterward, reiterating your interest in further discussion. Even extroverts face nerves at big conferences or crucial pitch meetings. The key is to channel that energy into curiosity, remembering that everyone you meet has a unique story or knowledge to share. In addition to public platforms like LinkedIn or Twitter, many high achievers, including billionaires, participate in mastermind groups or private communities. These are curated spaces, sometimes membership-based, where individuals share knowledge, brainstorm solutions, and support each other's ventures. Napoleon Hill's original concept, the term mastermind, became popular from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, where he talked about the power of collective minds. Why they matter. Surrounded by driven people with complementary expertise, you gain new perspectives on your challenges, get constructive feedback, and form a deeper sense of accountability. Finding or creating a mastermind. You can join established ones such as YPO, Young Presidents Organization, if you're a CEO, or smaller niche masterminds in your industry. If you can't find one that fits, create your own by gathering a few like-minded peers. It could start as a monthly Zoom call where you each share updates and insights. High-level masterminds often lead to tight-knit bonds. Members celebrate each other's successes and offer support during obstacles, embodying the very essence of an intentional, powerful network. In many circles, there's a person known as the connector, the one who always seems to know someone who can help, whether it's a marketing guru, a specialized attorney, or a PR whiz. In billionaire networks, these connectors are invaluable. They are the ones who spark high-stakes collaborations and keep the ecosystem vibrant. In practice, if you encounter two people who could benefit from knowing each other, introduce them. For instance, if you know a software engineer who's seeking a new project and a startup founder in dire need of tech talent, you become the glue that binds them. Reputation. Advantage. Over time, people will see you as a facilitator, someone who's not just in it for yourself, but who genuinely wants everyone to succeed. This cements your place in high-level circles because you're constantly adding value. Saying no to the wrong connections. Being a connector doesn't mean you introduce everyone to everyone. Curate carefully so you don't flood people's inboxes with irrelevant introductions. Quality matters more than quantity. When you make it your mission to help as often as you can, you'll soon find the help you need is often just one call or one introduction away. Remember, no matter how well you apply these principles, you won't see an overnight transformation. Billionaire-level networks are years, sometimes decades in the making. What keeps people going is the recognition that every meaningful conversation could be the seed of a major opportunity. Patience. Warren Buffett didn't become close friends with Bill Gates after a single lunch. They continued to meet, exchange ideas, and collaborate on philanthropic endeavors for years. Gratitude. Send thank you notes, express appreciation, and highlight how someone's help made a difference. Gratitude reinforces goodwill. Adaptability. Industries evolve, people change roles, and technology disrupts old ways. Stay flexible in how you meet people. Maybe the next great connection happens in a virtual reality event, and how you maintain relationships. By staying persistent and open-minded, you steadily climb from one circle of influence to the next, creating a network that grows with you rather than holding you back. Look at any billionaire, whether they built their fortune in tech, media, retail, or finance, and you'll notice a pattern. They didn't do it alone. Each leveraged networks of mentors, partners, customers, investors, and friends who believed in their vision and contributed to it. While you might not have billions in the bank, yet there's nothing stopping you from applying the same networking philosophies. Be genuinely curious about people. Give generously of your time, knowledge, and connections. Remain consistent in following up and nurturing relationships. Use modern tools, LinkedIn, Slack, private communities, mastermind groups, to scale your efforts. Position yourself as a connector, creating win-wins that people will remember and appreciate. In doing so, you'll begin to unlock the immense power of human collaboration. Opportunities you never imagined will emerge, new doors will open, and you'll grow both personally and professionally in ways that no solitary effort could match. That's the secret sauce behind every billionaire's Rolodex, and now it can be yours too. Remember, networking is not about exploiting people for personal gain. It's about forging real partnerships and friendships that thrive on shared value. As you start implementing these steps, you'll find that the intangible richness of your relationships can be just as rewarding as any financial windfall, setting the stage for success that lasts a lifetime. Thank you for joining this deep dive into billionaire networking secrets. I hope you're inspired to reach out, connect, and build relationships that will shape your future endeavors. Keep these insights in mind at your next event, or even in your online interactions, and watch how the right connections can spark incredible opportunities. Good luck and happy networking.